What's going on, YouTube? This is Chris here, Reticulous Reptiles. How are you guys doing? It's a gorgeous Sunday morning here in Denver, Colorado. A few things have changed for me. A few different tanks, a few different positions for some snakes, a few new visitors, and yeah, so thanks again for tuning in, guys. You're watching Reticulous Reptiles. So, change number one is a 40-gallon tank right here. And as you guys can see, I've got Buttercup in there. So she's in a 40-gallon tank now. It's much more suited to her size, and it allows me to put a really big water bowl in the corner. And that water bowl she can soak in, and she can really get her shed off a lot easier. I couldn't put that in the other one. The wood probably wouldn't have supported the weight. So happy to see that I've gotten her in there. Another change, as you guys will see here, let me see here, is some little home invaders. Now, don't worry guys, I'm not feeding them off. I'm merely going to relocate them, guys. I'm going to take them, it recommends that you take them about 2 miles from your location so they can't find their way back. So I'm going to take them out to a nice little spot where there's going to be a lot of places for them to hide, somewhere that they'll have a chance. Okay, so, but little home invaders for me, and on to the next little update. One thing I'd like to talk to you guys about is picking the right snake. Now, there's a lot of different options out there, and so I'm just going to go over a few of them to kind of give you guys a little bit of education on how to pick maybe your first snake. Now, should you go with something like this, a Burmese python, for your first snake? Should you start out with a ball python, something about this size? Guys, you should be starting off with something that you think you can handle. A ball python is something that anybody can really handle, and you can handle it on your own. That Burmese python is eventually going to get 15 plus feet long. That is something that you need to understand and respect. So I suggest starting with a small ball python. You don't have to start off with an adult, guys. The most meaningful snakes that I have ever had started as little ones, guys. Maximus, my anaconda, so on and so forth. So I've found that it usually is a more meaningful relationship if you start off with a young one and you watch it grow and you grow with it. That's where passion comes from, guys. And you can get little guys who are just beautiful, like this little this is a pastel lesser ball python, you know, just absolutely gorgeous, guys. And you guys can get one of these too, actually. My friend Zima has some, and she's gonna have them up for sale soon, so let me know if you're interested. Comment down below. So one thing that you're gonna have to consider when getting your first pet snake is size. Okay, do you have a space large enough to fit that animal? And will that animal get too large for you to take care of? These are things that a lot of people don't take into consideration when they are buying their first snake. They see something, they think it's beautiful, they buy it, and then 2 years down the road, it's 10 feet long and they can't handle it anymore, and they're scared of it, and the whole experience is ruined, guys. So make sure you do your homework. Look at the size, look at how big that animal is going to grow. Another thing that you should look at when you're buying your first snake is what does it eat? Okay, if you can't feed rats, frozen or alive, then maybe a ball python isn't for you guys. Maybe you can feed goldfish. Okay, in that case, a garter snake would work exceptionally well. Okay, if you can do mice but you can't do rats, maybe a king snake. Okay, there's plenty of different options out there. Just because one doesn't work doesn't mean the other will. So look at their diet to make sure that you can take care of that animal. Another thing is make sure, even if they're, you say, oh, I can handle rats, I can do that, I could feed that to a ball python. Make sure that there's a place nearby that you can get rats. That's one thing that a lot of people don't look at is they get their snake, they're so excited, and all of a sudden, where's the nearest rat place? And it's like an hour and a half drive away. So make sure you guys do your homework. Look at this stuff before you get your snake to make sure that you're going to give that animal the proper life it deserves. What do you guys say we go to a pet shop and I can show you guys a few other different snakes that maybe would make good first pets? Alright, we're taking a bit of a detour. I guess the pet shop that I was going to doesn't open until noon. So I'm actually at a McDonald's right now, guys, and it's the fanciest McDonald's I've ever seen. Check this out. Burned a little bit of that time, guys. This McDonald's, they bring you your food. You order it and they give you a tab and they bring you the food. Like, it's a nice little McDonald's. Alright guys, so it's the end of the day here. I had a fantastic time. I got to show you guys all of those reptiles and all of those snakes, and sorry, this time I'm not really going to get into who they were or which one we should pick, because today was kind of learning how to pick your first snake. So if anybody has any questions in regard to which one they should pick, please write down below. Give me a note or a message and let me know, and I'll give my best to give you a response. Okay? Hit that like button, hit that subscription button, and as I say at the end of every week, take care of yourself, take care of somebody else, and I'll see you guys next week.